Every conversation you have is shaping you, whether you notice it or not. Most conversations aren't about truth. They're about positioning. People rarely speak just to exchange information. They speak to test influence, establish hierarchy, or protect their image. Once you understand this, you stop hearing words and start seeing intent. Every conversation is a negotiation of power. People trust confidence more than correctness. A calm, assertive tone often convinces faster than facts ever could. This is why incorrect statements, when delivered confidently, spread so easily. Confidence doesn't prove truth. It replaces it. The speed of your voice changes how intelligent you sound. Speaking slowly signals control and certainty. Rushed speech signals anxiety, even when the message is correct. Slow speech makes people listen differently. Silence is not empty, it's pressure. Pausing after a statement forces the other person to react. Most people rush to fill silence, revealing more than they planned. Silence makes people negotiate against themselves. Questions are safer than statements. When you tell someone something, they resist. But when you ask, they participate and convince themselves. People trust conclusions they reach on their own. People trust what feels familiar. When someone hears their own words reflected back to them, their brain relaxes. Mirroring language isn't about copying. It's about matching tone, rhythm, and vocabulary. When people feel understood, they stop questioning intent. They lower defenses before realizing why. Familiarity feels like safety. The first frame wins. Before facts are processed, the brain looks for context. Whoever defines that context controls interpretation. This is why the same fact can feel dangerous or harmless, depending on how it's introduced. The frame tells the mind what to expect and what to ignore. Facts follow the frame, not the other way around. Labeling emotions changes behavior instantly. When emotions stay unnamed, they control the conversation. Once labeled, they lose intensity. Saying, "You seem frustrated," doesn't accuse, it disarms. People feel seen, and resistance drops naturally. Naming emotions gives you leverage. Agreeing with everything makes you invisible. Constant agreement signals dependency, not intelligence, but selective agreement signals discernment. When you agree thoughtfully and disagree calmly, people listen closer. Authority grows from contrast, not compliance. Authority is built on selective agreement. Approval is more powerful when it's delayed. Immediate validation feels good, but it's forgettable. Delayed validation creates focus. When approval becomes scarce, attention increases. This dynamic shapes behavior quietly, without force. Scarcity applies to approval too. The brain confuses repetition with accuracy. Ideas repeated often feel safer, even when unproven. Familiarity replaces analysis over time. This is why repeated narratives survive scrutiny. They feel true before they're questioned. Familiar ideas feel true. Confrontation triggers defense. Redirection avoids resistance while maintaining control. It feels cooperative, not corrective. People accept guidance more easily when they don't feel challenged. Control is smoother when it feels voluntary. The smoothest control is like voluntarity. People defend what they articulate. When someone explains their position, they become attached to it. Explanation creates ownership. The more they talk, the harder it becomes to retreat. Silence invites commitment. Explanation creates attachment. Closure ends influence. Unresolved conversations linger in the mind. The brain seeks completion instinctively. Leaving space instead of answers keeps attention alive. Ambiguity extends presence. Uncertainty keeps attention alive. Most influence happens below awareness. The most effective techniques don't feel manipulative. They feel natural. That's why they work. Control is strongest when it goes unnoticed. The strongest control doesn't feel like control. Most people think influence starts when you speak, but it often starts long before that. It starts with tone, with timing, with what you don't say. By the time words appear, decisions are already forming. Influence doesn't announce itself. By the time you notice influence, it already works.